Alrighty, so I guess the next stage is to do some kind of embellishments. And so, lots of you might know that I really enjoy doing encaustic work, one of my favorite things to do. So I thought, well, why don't we just play with candle wax and see what we can do with that? So, um, you can get these, there's 20 of these at the Dollar Tree for a buck. And I put two in here to heat up. I mean, if you don't have anything like this, all you have to do is light it. You know that, and it will melt it all down. But I thought I was going to use more than I actually did. I'm not even going to end up using one of those little tins, to tell you the truth. But you can see here, I put it here on the cover. I go around in the springtime and collect basically weeds that pop up in my yard and dry them. I have a little collection here of things that I collect in my yard. So I thought, hey, why don't we put it on here? So that's what I did. And I put some here on the cover. And then on those envelopes I showed you, Um, I put some more of my dried flowers. Another one. And this was just some kind of a weed that was in the yard. So I put those on there, and I think it's kind of cute. And it doesn't have to be like any extraordinary flowers. I mean, literally, when spring comes, whatever blooms, I'll grab something and start drying them. So let me get the other one. I don't think that this cover calls for anything. This one was a little skimpier, so there was room to put these flowers. But this has so much like grungy stuff. I don't think I'm gonna, for now, I'm just saying for now, I'm not gonna put any on there. But we can play with little envelopes and see what we can do with that. Let me make a little bit more room here, get this out of the way, get my flowers closer to me. And see what we can play with. Oh, and I did this one too. I forgot I left it there on the side. I just put that little piece there. Okay, so let's see. And again, it's just very, very simple. Get one of your dried flowers. And if you don't have any dried flowers, go out in your yard. Like I say, they can be weeds. Doesn't matter. And there's various videos on how you can dry them in your microwave. Frugal Crafter, she's got a video, and you can go and see that. But basically, if you wedge it between something that is flat, like, a piece of wood or a piece of ceramic tile, basically anything that is microwave friendly, and then you wedge those in there, and you might um, put some, what do you call it? Paper towels or napkins underneath and on top of, because when you microwave them, you're basically sucking out all the moisture, and so you want the moisture to be captured somewhere, and the best place is in your napkins. So I would put, well, depends on the voltage also on your microwave, because I have one here in the studio and one in the house. And even though the one that I bought for the studio was really inexpensive, it actually heats up much more quicker than the one um, in my house. So, like for instance, the one in the house, I would probably wedge them and put them in there for about a minute. But I noticed that I only put them like for 30 seconds here in the studio. Now, when I say just 30 seconds, I mean to look at them. because you don't want them to burn. I have an example here somewhere where it was in there too long and it got toasty and it kind of like this right here. See, that's supposed to be purple. And see how brown that is? I actually burned that one. So I would say, depending on the voltage, I would check it every 30 seconds and see that you haven't burned it yet. Anyway, see, it's that simple. And how many were in that? This takes 20. There's 20 of these in here. You won't even use one. So I say, if you already have some of these, just cheat. Go steal one. No one will tell. No one will tell anybody. Why spend $1? Because it's like what? This ends up costing what? 4 cents or something to your budget? It's not worth counting it. Not for 20 cents or 10 cents, whatever it comes out to. I think it comes out to 5 cents, right? I don't know. I can't do math in my head. And then after you do this, get your hot gun tool, your heating tool, and just give it a quick little shot, and that will bond it down if you have quite a few layers. Now see, this one's not laying flat, so I'm having to put more. I probably should have put it upside down. I think that's what I did. I did it wrong. So just let me push this down, and maybe when it cools, it'll be stuck. See, that's still sitting up in the air. Yeah. Just keep your brush on. If it's sticking up, just hold it down gently because it's going to dry, cool down and set itself. So don't worry too much. Don't worry at all. You're just having fun. Okay. So that's got that on there. See, this one's already dry. It's kind of cool. Hello. That's my phone, not my doorbell. I don't think I'll put it on there, but I will put some on this one. Let's see, what do I want to put? Maybe one of those purple ones that I put on the cover of the other one. What do you say about that? I don't even know what kind of flower that was. Well, that kind of takes away from there. Let's put it over here where there isn't a print necessarily. And it looks nice with, even though that's not a purple, it's kind of a grayish color from the tea. It looks a little bit purple. And let me put a little tiny bit right there, just to start it off. And I haven't glued it down, but you can go ahead with a glue stick if you want to get it into place before you start putting the wax. You could put it down with a glue stick, like to stabilize it, you know. So, using inexpensive items doesn't mean that your project has to look cheap. It just means you have to be a little more creative. Try not to do the obvious. And bring just that little unique slant to it. And there you go. Very, very pretty. Okay, let's do one more. It's kind of pretty. Oh, I kind of like that. Maybe if I can find something. Oh, let's see. It's still raining out there. It's been raining all stinking day. Maybe something like that. I think I like it just like that. Whoops. My brush got all dry. Oh, stay. And then what you could do, I was just thinking right now, is you could get your hot glue and maybe put some of these flowers in the hot glue. That might be kind of cool. And make a stamp. Hot glue stamp with some flowers like this. That would look kind of cool. And if you don't want to burn yourself, there are tools you can use. See, I've almost used that one all up. Maybe you will use 2 of them. Depends how many you do. Oops. And if it's sticking up a little bit like that, just put your wax, let it cool down, and build it up until you cover it all, if that's what you want. There you go. Almost supper time. Got to go cook for the hubby. Okay. Let it cool down. All right. So I think these came out kind of cute. Just another idea of what you can use to do some cute embellishing. And depending on your cover, I think this was a little busy. Right now I'm saying, I don't think I'm going to put anything on the front as far as these flowers, but this was a little skimpier and I thought it looked kind of cool. So that's why I went ahead. Let me move this before I drop all that hot wax on me. I liked how this one looked with that. And these came out kind of cool too. Okay, so we've got all of our book put together. We got all our signatures in. We've got some embellishments going on. I'm going to look around and see what else I want to put in the journal from, whatever I've already bought. I forgot what I bought already, but I know I haven't used my $14, not even close. So I'm going to go on the hunt after I go feed the hubby, and then we'll go on to the next stage. I hope you guys are having fun because I am.